Hello and welcome to our interview series of our History International Film Festival Austria. I'm very glad to have actually the director, writer and producer of the film Du bist mir, ich bin din with me today, a film set in the Middle Ages. If you'd be so kind to introduce yourself and to start with telling us why you decided to make this film.
Yes, hello, my name is Tim Gerbert. I'm the director of Du bist mir, ich bin din, also the producer and writer. I'm 22 years old now, and what else to know about me? I live in the south of Germany, and I decided to make this short film about common people of the 14th century to in Middle High German, which is medieval language, medieval German language, because I wanted to show this language on one hand, and wanted to show how it sounded and how it felt, the whole experience of Old German. And also I wanted to tell a story about, yes, as I already said, about peasants, about normal people and their everyday life. And it was not so important for me to show wealthy families or anything like that, because I think we have a lot of movies about the Middle Ages that always tell us stories about rich and famous peoples, about big battles, and yes, and that's not the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to make a short film about normal people, about common people and their lives. Yes.
Yes, that's a very fascinating aspect. As you already said, often you see historical films, especially in the time frame of Middle Ages, where you have all the knights and the big battles, and it was very refreshing to see a film about normal life, as you said. And maybe I can already ask a question. One of our experts we have with us, we cooperate with, just in case there are German-speaking audience with us today. It's worth taking a look at the website mittelalter.digital. There are lots of interesting things to discover about this age, and he was really interested why, you already mentioned it a little bit, but why you decided to translate this language into Middle High German, and how you approach this subject.
Well, I had a little bit experience with Middle High German, but I'm not a student of Middle High German or of languages or something. I am an apprentice of media design, actually. So I'm very interested in history in my private life, but my professional background is actually media and film. And no, I had a little bit contact with this subject because of my own interest, and I read a few books in Middle High German, and also, of course, the German translation. And I thought it could be interesting for an audience to see how this old German language sounded and felt, and how much similarities there are in that you can still see today. So I decided to do it in Middle High German for the feeling, for the experience, and because I never came along a film project that did it before. I can be wrong. I don't know. Maybe there are some projects, undercover projects, I don't know. But yes, that was my intention to do this short film, just because of the flair of the feeling. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, you can really feel it when watching the film. What it makes if you listen to voices using this language, and not only sometimes you have it in music, but it was very interesting to see how it feels when you watch a complete film with it. Was it easy to find someone who translated your ideas into this language?
Actually, it was very hard to find someone who could do this, who was interested in doing this. First, I live in the area of Tübingen in Germany, so there are many experts right around the corner to do this. But nobody was interested because it was the end of the year, and all the students had better things to do, and also the professors. And yes, that was it was hard. I wrote to many people, and I was very annoying, I think, but I really wanted to do this. So I found someone else, and I found someone from Austria, and she translated. She also has a YouTube account which is called Hartmanns Aue, and she does many videos in which she really she has an interesting view on Middle High German, because she has very interesting facts about it, and she always did it a bit playful. So I thought maybe she would be the right person to do this, and she also had, of course, the know-how, and so we found each other, and we talked a bit on the telephone, and I sent her my dialogues, and then she said, okay, I take 2 weeks or something, and then all those dialogues came back and were translated. And I also wanted some audio recordings from her, so that the actors could train the sentences and could learn them before the shoot. And then it was actually really good that it worked in this way, because it was, I think, 3 weeks before the actual shoot. So it was great that she has done this. Yes. So Hartmanns Aue, the YouTube channel, is really good. Yes.
Good to know. Something to look at it. How did you find the cast, especially the young person who wanted to do this?
Yes, it was my first short film in this range. So I did a few short films before, but they were, I don't know, really small ones, and I can't look at them today, actually. So it was my first big project, and for the boy Trudwin, I casted Julian Steinbeck, which is actually I hadn't heard of him before this shoot, and I did an audio play, and we were searching for children's voices, and we had nobody, so we asked a friend, and he had a son, and he came and brought one of his friends with him, and this was Julian. And he never had any acting experience or anything before, and he stood there in front of this microphone and he said just one sentence, and I was flashed. And I thought, if I ever needed a boy in this age, I have to do it with him. So then I wrote the book, and I actually thought about him while I wrote the book, because it would fit very well, I thought. So and then I asked him, and luckily he said yes, and so this all came together. And then we of course trained a lot, and I told him what I wanted to do. And I think the special thing about him is that he did it really. How can I describe this? It's not an overwhelming play, but it's very silent, and it's all made with views, and it's very he's a big talent, of course, and we worked a lot together before the shoot, and we tried to figure out how this Todwin might have been in this time, and he really felt the role and did a really great job, and I'm very proud of him too. Yes,
it's very present in within the film and within the frame. Yeah. It seems very much that you wanted to make an authentic film, not only the language, but also the music and the locations. Would you like to share something about how you searched for the locations, and maybe also how you would want to work with music?
Yes, so all the music in the film is from a medieval music artist called Knut Seckel. And he in Germany he is really one of the best. I just wrote him an email and said, I'm such a big fan and I would like to use this music in my short film. It would mean all to me. And he said, well, yes, you can do this. I will send you all my CDs. And I said, okay, cool. So I could use everything. And I forgot the Capella Antiqua Bambergensis, which is a medieval music group from Bamberg. And they also gave a lot of their music, and this was just perfect. And the last song in the film, Ich muss klagen, is the name. And I thought of this song already while writing the book, so it was so great that I could have it for this last scene with what I always planned. So yes, this is the music. It's all authentic music, as authentic as possible, and also mostly from the time period. So it's all from the 13th, 14th century. Yes. So Trudwin might have known this song, this last song. So yes.
And did you shoot in museum area or where are those houses?
Yes, all those houses are in museum areas. Everything that is shot in this little village where he meets the doctor or the healer, that is shot at the Bachritterburg in Germany, which is a famous spot for living history of the 13th and 14th century. So we did it there, and it was perfect because all the rooms were just there, and we're just had a few props then for this bathhouse. Well, we shot the whole night there. It was really fun, but it was also very stressful because of the light, and it got very late. I think we shot about 12 hours or something. It was so in the end we were just all finished, and the little house where Trudwin lives with his mother is the Allermann Museum in Fürstetten. It is an early medieval house actually, but we haven't found one that would fit like a 14th century house that wasn't too far away. So we just stayed in Baden-Württemberg, and we made it there, which was really annoying because it was very cold at that time, and we then had to the only possible to heat the room was this historic oven which was there, and so we had a lot of problems with the actors, of course. So we had to pack them in thick jackets while they were not shooting, and this was hard. This really was the hardest weekend of the whole shoot because it was dirty, it was cold, it was yeah. But I think later in the movie you can see it on the faces of the actors that they are suffering. So maybe maybe it was in the end good for something, I guess. But this was hard, and actually we planned to that this room should be heated, but nobody of the museum did it. So it took a long while before it got warmer inside, and yeah, yes.
Very authentic until the end.
Yes. I guess.
It seems that you are very interested in history, because I think you wouldn't do such a big research and to try to make this all possible without any fascination for history. What are your plans for the future? Is it a historical film again, or is it something different?
Of course, I really would like to be a director. I love this since I was very small, and I always did short films with my friends, and now, of course, with professionals also. I got two new projects now, which are not historic, but I really would like to do, of course, also historical projects in the future. And but I also think that so this is my main plan. I want to be a director, I want to be a filmmaker, of course. But I also think a few days ago, I finished an audio guide for a museum, for a big medieval festival that takes place in the area. And it is an exhibition about archaeological findings that were made in the area, and there are very old castles in the area which were never actually dug up. So this is this exhibition, and I did an audio guide as an audio play for this exhibition, and this was really interesting too. So I think there is also lots of creative things to do in this history, to show other people in a creative way how the life back then could have been. So this this I think this is very interesting too, and yes. So to tell stories mainly, I think is what I want to do. Yes.
Thank you very much for all these insights and also very nice anecdotes. It's brilliant to hear what you do and how you approach to different challenges and and different topics. We thank you very much for taking your time to tell about your production and also about your other ideas you have, and wish you all the best for the future. And I hope we keep in touch, and it would be very interesting to hear what you do in the future then.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, bye. Take care.